All right, the cheapest way to get 151 packs. So it's not ETB cases. I just put that there for the picture. But this is a huge data video where I went through all the listings on TCG Player for 151. There's probably like a few extra items that aren't in the 151 category, but I just went in the 151 category and put all the items, so all the cases, all the other items, and I got to see which ones are the cheapest options and kind of if you want 151 what to do now. And I also had data from a previous video in July, so I actually compared that to what we see now, and it's pretty interesting to see because like 151 pretty much went up like 50% in the last 3 months because I took that data on July 20th. It's almost exactly 3 months since then, so I guess I feel like doing this sort of video every 3 months. And yeah, you see price per pack was about $10, now it's about $15, and a lot of items, yeah, like you say, like the UPC is like $400 over here. I know it's like $600 today, so really a lot of items have gone up like 50%. The PCTB is not as much actually, so the cheapest price per pack. So this doesn't happen in all the products. So you see some products usually have some collection box, some other thing. I know Paldea and Fates, the loose pack price is not the cheapest thing, but for 151 it's pretty close. The pack price pretty much represents like the minimum pack price. I just took the first price on TCG Player to see what the pack price is, so you know that could be a cheaper sale. Boolean Waters is still the cheapest. It's still at 15-16 a pack. Zapdos boxes is after that, it's at 1562, which is very close to loose pack price. So if you were buying loose packs on 151, Zapdos boxes are actually pretty close to loose pack prices. They're not that bad. And this kind of confirms a lot of things I've mentioned in my other 151 videos, where some of the sealed products, if you don't want just loose packs, and Boolean Wars I kind of just treat as loose packs, you can get some collection boxes, bigger boxes that will probably have more value over time, like the Mates and Display over here. It's only like 30 or 40 cents more per pack, and it's gonna be way more than loose packs. Also like much smaller, much more condensed than Boolean Waters. Poster collections, they're not too far away. Some people like those, they're kind of bulky, but the bundles, like out of like, if you look at like all the, like these are mostly maintains over here, but if you look at all the items like over here, you'll see like which ones seem the most investable, which ones are most attractive to investors. Just look at this list and which one would you take? Boolean Waters, Zapdos boxes, loose packs, maintenance displays, posters, or bundles. Out of all those, I would probably, if I had to choose like 2 or 3, like if I had diversify a little bit, I would choose bundles and maintenance displays of all those. Just because like the bulkiness, like people, like it's hard for you to store it, and no one else wants it in the future. So Boolean Waters, way too bulky for the form size, like 12 packs, like you could fit so many more packs in that space. Zapdos boxes are also a little more bulky, that's why they're cheaper than the Alakazam boxes. I actually didn't realize that until I bought some. I was like, oh yeah, like these the Alakazam boxes are like fairly sized, but the Zapdos boxes are just huge. And then the poster collections, like those are outrageously big for their space. Bundles are so tiny, people love bundles as well. And maintenance displays is just something that a lot of people will not have in general, because they're hard to get. Like they've done a lot of maintenance reprints and stuff. They're actually doing one previously, so going along with like I guess that segues nice in the video. Like there is a release coming. Like I actually have a friend, and this was confirmed that this is coming pretty soon. So I'm gonna like I kind of, this seems like in line with what I've heard. Like it's gonna be probably around like, you know, next week or so. It's gonna be soon. It's gonna be sooner than you think. I don't know the exact day and stuff, but yeah, right now yeah, this is coming pretty soon, and this is sort of the last chance to get 151. And the reason why 151's gotten so expensive, part of it's because people already know this, but some people don't. But like so I mentioned at the beginning of the video that 151 has gone 50% in like the last 3 months, but it's probably going to rise even more because the supply is going to get cut off. It's not like it's not as much a spec. It's kind of just like based on the historical data. Everyone knows, a lot of people know, especially the experienced people, that 151 goes out of rotation in April. I mentioned that like casually in my videos, so a lot of people like expected to get it, but for newer people, pretty much in the competitive play, Pokemon kind of prints until like the card is no longer used in like the tournaments and stuff, because then they have no reason to like support the players and stuff, because you can't use it in tournaments or whatever. So you see like a steep decline in like restocks and reprints. So I kind of expected more 151 to come. I still expect more to come, like up until like, let's say February to April sort of time frame. You look at Sea and Sky, so if you look at Crown Zenith, you do see that happen. So I don't remember exactly when the last major restocks are, but usually when there's a major restock, you see a bunch of buying activity. And for Crown Zenith, like look over here, where did this happen? Like a lot of the really high sales happened like right in February. And you see a little bit more, so you could argue like it goes up until like, this is April 6th over here, and then you see here this is like April to June or whatever. You see a little bit over there, but yeah, not much. That seems to be kind of the last Sea and Sky major restock. Otherwise, you would see like more quantity spikes. And then for the booster bundles, which also kind of released kind of late, the same sort of graph over there. You see like it was bought a lot until like March, and then it kind of slowed down a little bit. So I kind of expect the same thing to happen with a lot of these items. Also Prismatic as well. So Prismatic is going to be cheap for a while. But yeah, this is your kind of chance to get when it's less expensive. So these are kind of the plays. If you want 151, get it when the restocks happen. There's a lot of people going to be undercutting on Facebook Marketplace. Like this is outrageously cheap. Hopefully this brings it down to like you get it for $10 a pack, even if you buy from a reseller, because this is cheaper than MSRP, so it's pretty ridiculous. $35 for 4 maintenance. They should be like $10 a maintenance. And so, but if you can't get the restocks or whatever, if you are looking for like the cheapest things, like really even if you're buying online, the posters and the maintenance space long-term investability are the best. Sometimes you'll find some cheaper deals, like sometimes packs are a little cheaper and stuff. And Blue and Warrior is kind of the cheapest if you're just looking for raw packs. You don't care about investability, blah blah. Like you just want like raw packs, or you have unlimited space. A lot of these things after like the main tins, obviously some of these will probably go down, but the main tins are doing pretty well. Like Scyther is the least popular, and then the most popular one is Slowpoke. I think that's probably because not a lot of people list it, but the price range isn't too different for a lot of these. So I think it's just kind of based on who lists it. I see Arcanine, Alakazam are some of the top ones, not as surprising. After that, you see booster bundle displays. I've been talking about these a lot. These are $23 a pack. And then there's a lot of, like, all the bundle stuff are actually similarly pricey. The bundle display is $23 a pack. The display cases are $26, and there's these like bulk bundle cases that came from Pokemon Center. They have like 25 bundles. They're actually about the same price. I don't really know the value. I prefer the bundle displays because they're a lot nicer, I think. Then you have like a lot of other cases. So poster cases is actually pretty expensive. So I wouldn't really recommend buying poster cases. Like that doesn't seem like a good use of space and money. Like the bundles, the displays are much better. So I don't recommend buying these. These are $27 a pack. Binders is mostly a short printed thing. I'm not really that interested in binders. These are $35. These have been expensive the whole time. Cases are about the same price. Like, yeah, because with this list, you can kind of like price choose. Like, would you rather have a UPC or a binder? I would rather have a UPC. It's almost the same price per pack. You have Zapdos cases, which were really strangely expensive. I don't know why they're so expensive. Maybe they're rare, but yeah, these are like $40 a pack. Don't buy those. Like, definitely UPC cases would be a way to go compared to that. And then what's really crazy is that when you get down to this, like the ETB is just, despite having cases and all these other special items here, ETBs are still king. The normal ETBs are still the fourth most expensive item, $46 a pack. The ETB cases are $53 a pack, but then they're still half of like what the PC ETBs are worth. And these are like $80, and then this is like $103 a pack. So yeah, this is if you're interested in like what to buy and you can do a good comparison, like this would be a good list to look at for 151. And then yeah, comparing to like these prices, yeah, ETB cases over here, they were 4,000 before, now they're 4,500. So ETB cases have been more stagnant. You can clearly see it here. They haven't really risen as much as you think they would. And then like ETB cases over here, they rose a decent amount. But yeah, so that's the 151 section. And let me know what you guys think. Like, are you like that if you want to know what's gonna happen, that's probably gonna happen. There's gonna be probably some restocks. It's it's going to be the best time to get some cheaper packs. Otherwise, if you're looking for the more expensive items, you kind of have to just get lucky. They're probably not going to reprint the better items. Like, I don't really expect UPC or ETB reprints, but who knows, maybe they'll do it. All right, Paldea Evolve has a buying spike yesterday. You see 10 sold, like way more than usual. Usually it's actually sold at most like 3 boxes per day, so it's like triple the normal amounts. A lot of this I think came from I saw like a really cheap seller selling for about like about 410 yesterday, and I said, yeah, that's a really cheap price. I see, yeah, these 409s, 410s over here, a lot of them are bots, even some 400s, and then you see the price go back up to 445. There's still Crystal Hero cards still has these three at 410, but you see like there is that sort of price bottom for Paldea. People are like, hey, 410 is way too cheap, and then it goes back to 430. So Paldea Evolve is still minimum 430 despite like having slowdowns and stuff. Obsidian Flames is back down back up about $25. There's a really cheap one yesterday at about it was about 302, and now it's back at 325, up 23. Surging Sparks is down 250, and Paradox is down 350. But yeah, Obsidian Flames, like someone bought it back up. It was just a little too cheap. Now it's back up. It's kind of where it should be. It's always had a little bit of a more premium compared to other booster boxes. It should be a little above 300 versus a lot of them are like below 300. Scarlet base sold only one yesterday. Everyone just waiting for this to go up. It's the cheapest booster box. Paradox Rift, we're finally gonna have this large bar go out of the way so we can see the graph a little better. But yeah, 1 sold today, 0 sold yesterday. For Temporal Forces, still not a lot of sales at all. I'm gonna double check if this is broken. It's not broken. People are not buying Temporal Forces. Fly Masquerade sold 0 yesterday, 1 today. For Stellar Crown, we see Stellar Crown sold, yeah, actually Stellar Crown only sold 3 the other day, but yeah, the Stellar Crown sales have been really slow lately as well. I'm surprised the price has kept up. And then Surging Sparks is a box that people buy a bunch of, and it still stays really cheap. 5 sold yesterday, 5 sold today. It's still hovering around 270. All right, Brilliant Stars is the best sold Sword and Shield box, and I think it'll stay that way for a while. People are really buying up Brilliant Stars. It's been selling 3 yesterday. It's been selling about 3 per day last couple of days. And yeah, actually the last 4 days or last 3 days, it's been selling at least 3 or 5 per day. And yeah, it's heading straight back to $500. You're seeing it rise back to like $515, maybe even $545. It just really has the best demand, and like it's not even a competition. There's a lot of other boxes over there. So like, Chilling Reign, Chilling Reign was selling a little better. No sales since October 15th. Evolving Skies is kind of a special case, but no sales since October 11th. Astral Radiance, it finally had a sale October 2nd, but besides that, no sales since October. It went from like no sales for like 3 weeks almost. And Lost Origin had a sale yesterday, but before that it didn't sell for like 5 or so days. The first 3 Sword and Shield boxes, like very abysmal sales. Vivid Voltage had like a few more over here. Battle Styles had like 3 yesterday, so those are actually selling, I think, because they're so cheap. And the only thing comparable to Brilliant Stars recently would be Silver Tempest over here, sold 1 per day last couple of days. And then Fusion Strike has been selling pretty well. It's starting to slow down, but you see like 2 or 3 sold per day. 0 sold yesterday, but 1 sold today. So the boxes people are buying the most are Brilliant Stars, Fusion Strike, and Silver Tempest. As far as like price changes, like Astral Radiance very sadly had very few sales, and now it's down to 410. So someone might actually buy this, I feel like, because it's like so cheap that like it's like, should I just buy it? There's like there's some really cheap Silver Tempest right here. And as far as other price changes, your Brilliant Stars did go up $1, so the price hasn't really risen up that much. It's been very steady. If you look at the Brilliant Stars price, pretty much this whole time it's been like $490. It's been $490 very consistently. It hasn't really dropped much since then, and people have been buying it up. And then Vivid Voltage is down 1, and Dark Display is down 5. That wraps things up for this video. I hope you walked away with a better understanding of the market. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more deep dives in the Pokemon market. Tell me what's the next big investment you're considering in the comments. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you all later.